Polo ain't usually the kind of guy to spill a beans, but beneath the glitz and gleam, this business is filled with fiends. So I'm switching teams, snitching, sneaking right my way, and slinking off the witness protection at Empire Bay. Never thought I'd be an informer officer, I ain't sure rap, but if it's either that or get kneecapped with a baseball bat, then it's obvious I got no option but to cough it up. So you're gonna hear me singing like a canary at the opera, or a broad who's getting loose as a goose at the speakeasy. Jeez, I've seen scenes, I've seen enough to make me queasy. See, we kinda like the finer things the violence brings. Fine dining, a wine, a drink, a taxi driver's dream. So beating prohibition, lost heaven needs a coalition. You can refuse me anytime, but you're in no position. I hope you're listening, now read between the lines. Heed my unspoken wishes, fishing keen to meet my client. Really feeling fine, he just needs some cleaning time. Look, he's just deep sea diving, what the f*** you mean he's dying? So tell the boys to be well advised and avoid in Illinois, cause we're the type to visit a journalist by whom we're vilified. Never mind a crime file, ours was a lavish lifestyle. Any violent transaction enacted purely mercantile. Honestly, some of these wise guys are quite vile. It's kinda wild what you can hide behind a nice tie and polite smile. Your flesh and blood, Sister Salieri, my child. Until the time we see you through St. Peter's Pine style. Your life might need the mafia to take it off of ya. Hey, no need to walk away, we brought a car for ya. We're gonna take you for a ride around the block. And if you're feeling shy, we'll help you find out how to talk. They'll need a team of guys to dry you out the dark. They'll find you drowned with a block tied around your socks. That's what'll happen when you're diving down with sharks. So now your time to ride the line of ground in a box. Fertilizing flowers till we cut them by the stalks. Lying in a shallow grave, no rocks to rock the plot. Boss for thought, you wanna talk profit or loss? Talk to the boss. I ain't even sure if he works in his office or not, but I certainly never heard of him, officer. I'm at a loss as to how the point could have murdered, purloined and driven off with a profit. It was all part of the plan. We parked the van behind that dark sedan, the hired hand to wait for our command, and then start to scram. Shift shipments of contraband while listening to Sinatra's band. If you ain't in this life, don't even try to understand. You can call our tactics underhanded, I call them slick. Like after the Lances game, you just happen to call it sick. We're all magicians, it's just how we perform the trick that's different. I can blow holes through folk walls to the 4-inch stick. So of course we're mafioso, you darn bozo. No, I don't think so, I friggin' know so. The whole neighborhood we control's a no-go. So if you don't hope for a boat cut of the boat toes, you better no-show. Make yourself a Joe Schmo, the folk nobody don't know. See, this business don't go for slogans or logos, no. We keep it on a low-low, no fingerprint or photos. Right under your nose, we throw you off the scent when we blow smoke. Quid pro quo, keep your friends and foes both close. So soon enough, you'll be thinking, hey, where'd all the dope go? Stow coke by the boatload and packets labeled cocoa. Yeah, although we got a sense of humor, this is no joke. Let me make a toast though, to the most ferocious folks you'd hope to know. Cosa Nostra, know it's closer, know I'm supposed to. Now those associates know I broke the code, the oath of Merta. I've woken from the dream, the false hope of America.
Party with some friends of mine, had my little going no way, cause I was out of time. Time to make my mama proud. Flying San Diego bound, touchdown. Met my drill instructor with his round brown. Up, down, push as the weakness leaves the body. Love the pain, love the training. Hand to hand was like karate. Love my M16. Matter of fact, that was my first love. Miss Expert by 2 points, man, that was the worst stuff. Boot camp, cause truth is 13 weeks will fly by. Graduation standing tall, pride was sky high. But since then,
it's getting harder and harder.
Yeah,
it's getting harder and harder.
Every day,
it's getting harder and harder. The price I pay for being a heart. It's getting harder and harder.
Every rank,
it's getting harder and harder.
Yeah,
to find a way.
Yeah, yo, and I'm not really complaining. I'm saying I'm staying loyal, simplified, do or die, and I would die for this here soil. Always staying faithful, though it's painful, cause they spoiled. We got mothers of America embarrassing and destroying everything that we worked for. War after war, now it seems like the new motto's hardcore, no more. I remember E4, I was laying on the floor. Initiation didn't stop until I made it out the door. But the same ones pinning me was the first in defending me. They would be the first to protect me from the enemy. Training didn't bother me, my sergeant, he was proud of me. From that day on I learned the true meaning of camaraderie. But now it's all politics, hippies and ecologists. Safety stand down, PowerPoints, and I hate all of it. We kick ass and take names till the media gets in. I love wearing the uniform, but lately it's just been harder and harder.
It's getting harder and harder.
Veterans too.
It's getting harder and harder.
Every day.
It's getting harder and harder. The price I pay for being a heart. It's getting harder and harder. It's getting harder and harder. To find a way. Touch the sky.
Every day goes by, gets harder and harder. Yeah, dealing with the vid, life's darker and darker. No love for a veteran, respect's at the low. Every question we all asking, they be like, I don't know. Non-profit organizations, they around to use us up, pretending they all care, but all they want is more bucks. The medication we all getting, no charges, all free. The side effects is suicidal. Do they wanna off me? No one listen when we speak. We ain't important anymore. We was an asset back then, but thrown away after war. It's kinda like we ignored. Life is not like before. I'm sick of asking all these questions. Pretty soon I'm kicking doors, grabbing on their throats, screaming loud, help me please, don't make me your enemy. I just want a better me, but it's hard when you don't see or even listen when we speak. It's just hard, it's so hard, it's even harder to breathe. Yeah,
it's getting harder and harder.
Yeah,
it's getting harder and harder.
Every day,
it's getting harder and harder. The price I pay for being a heart. It's getting harder and harder.
Every rank,
it's getting harder and harder.
Yeah,
to find a way. Touch the sky. It's getting harder and harder. Harder and harder. Harder and harder. It's getting harder and harder. It's getting harder and harder.
There are three ways of doing things. The right way, the wrong way, and the army way.
Sitting in my ACUs with my gun in my hand, and Sergeant Martinez is going over the task at hand. The op order has 3 men that's armed, yet the rest of the family is not to be harmed. I'm in deep thought thinking how we gon' pull this off. How 3 guys gon' clear a room when one has to solve. And the last thing we want is that thing going off. I guess I'm gon' have to ask Sullivan to sit in the truck. He gon' be mad as fuck, you know how pissed he gets. He always wants to be the first one in some shit. He got that killer instinct, a true infantryman, and that's more than I can say for our PL Lieutenant Dan. Straight out of West Point and straight to the sand, and they put him in charge of 30 infantryman. Just stay out of the way, Lieutenant, if you don't wanna end up dead, we out the wire. Now load your max. When they talk about a soldier, they talking about me, one that lives and dies for this country, whether overseas or back here at home. For this country, I'm willing to pay the ultimate cost. When they talk about a soldier, they talking about me. When they talk about a soldier, they talking about me. When they talk about a soldier, they talking about me. With honor, integrity, I'm forever infantry. I breathe honor, I live integrity. That soldier shit you see on TV, yeah, that's me. Whether I'm wearing the uniform or back here at home, you better believe I'm living and dying for the cause. Still fighting at home, I'm still fighting for y'all. I'm still fighting because fighting is all I've known. It was instilled in me and Benny, I can't let it go. That's why every move I make is so tactical. I still live by the code, I do more now than then. Because when I was enlisted, I was just a kid. But now that I've grown as a man, I more understand that battle drill 1 alpha is a life movement. They not teaching that no more, just room movement. I swear I don't know where they get these new privates. Still wet behind the ears, pulling TMs out on me. I'm done with FMs, boy. A soldier is me. When they talk about a soldier, they talking about me. One that lives and dies for this country, whether overseas or back here at home. For this country, I'm willing to pay the ultimate cost. When they talk about a soldier, they talking about me. When they talk about a soldier, they talking about me. When they talk about a soldier, they talking about me. With honor, integrity, I'm forever infantry. Ground up.
I'm content to die for my beliefs. So cut off my head and make me a martyr. The people will always remember it.
No. They will forget.
A man who walks with God can walk anywhere. Hence, I fear nothing. The point of guerrilla war is not to succeed. It's always been just to make the enemy bleed, depriving the soldiers of the peace of mind that they need. Bullets are hard to telegraph when they bob and they weave. The only way a guerrilla war can never be over is when the occupation can't afford more soldiers until they have to draft the last of you into the service, and you refuse cause you don't see the purpose. The only way to counter the insurgents that are well equipped is to paint the people fighting for freedom as terrorists. Then find a faction looking for foreign investment, install them in power and murder any objections. You can't stop a revolution from breathing, so to beat them they offer people the illusion of freedom. But when you're done dreaming and wake up tortured for treason, then you can see them hiding behind the God they believe in. Deep in the trenches in the heart of a war, that's the place the martyr is born. Motherfucker is on during the night before the start of the dawn. That's the place the martyr is born. Motherfucker is on. When gunshots are raining in the heart of a storm, that's the place the martyr is born. Motherfucker is on. Guerrilla war when the army is gone, that's the place the martyr is born. Motherfucker is on. The purpose of life is a life with a purpose, so I'd rather die for a cause than live a life that is worthless. I don't need the circus or the day of national observance. I need you to think for you and stop being a servant. Pawns only move a square in the game that they're used in, and realize it too late, like the shooting of Huey Newton or Patrice Lumumba and Salvador Allende, slaughtered by the power-hungry branches of their own head. Gandhi wasn't killed by Pakistani nationals, he was assassinated by a Hindu radical. And Che Guevara, rebel to a US continent, was sold to the CIA by Bolivian communists. Wasn't Yitzhak Rabin murdered by a Zionist, and Anwar Sadat a victim of the same violence? Malcolm X was seen as a threat to the FBI, but to blast them they used Muslims from the NOI. Even the 35th president of the republic was murdered by factions of his own government. So now that it's proven that a soldier of revolution or head of an empire disguised in a constitution cannot escape the retribution or manipulation of the self-appointed rulers of the planet's corporations, so I'ma need every generation to put your hands up, cause you can only